A bad feeling is a commotion of the mind repugnant to reason and against nature. A confident person avoids two things in life: idle gossip and petty conflicts, choosing instead to cultivate understanding and foster harmony. A fool is known by his speech, and a wise man by silence. A man is never as big as when he is on his knees to help a child. A ship should not ride on a single anchor, nor life on a single hope. A wise man speaks because he has something to say, a fool because he has to say something. Be careful whom you associate with. It is human to imitate the habits of those with whom we interact. We inadvertently adopt their interests. Be silent, or let thy words be worth more than silence. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. By all means marry. If you get a good wife, you'll become happy. If you get a bad one, you'll become a philosopher. By desiring little, a poor man makes himself rich. Circumstances don't make the man, they only reveal him to himself. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality that guarantees others. Death does not concern us, because as long as we exist, death is not here. And when it does come, we no longer exist. Do not chase after happiness, it is always in you. Do not marry after 40, because marriage is not provided by nature. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. Do not trust all men, but trust men of worth. The former, of course, is silly, the latter a mark of prudence. Don't judge your greatness by your shadow at sunset. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings, so that you shall gain easily what others have labored hard for. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. From the deepest desires often come the deadliest hate. Happiness resides not in possessions, and not in gold. Happiness dwells in the soul. He is a man of courage who does not run away, but remains at his post and fights against the enemy. He is richest who is content with the least, and tent is the wealth of nature. He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at. Hope is the only good that is common to all men. Those who have nothing else possess hope still. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self. I never desired to please the rabble. What pleased them I did not learn, and what I knew was far removed from their understanding. If thou wilt make a man happy, add not unto his riches, but take away from his desires. If you do not take an interest in the affairs of your government, then you are doomed to live under the rule of fools. In anger, we should refrain both from speech and action. In childhood be modest, and youth temperate, in adulthood just, and in old age prudent. In old age, we all regret not having killed laziness in ourselves. It is not so much our friends' help that helps us, as the confidence of their help. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Lack of activity destroys the good condition of every human being. Let him that would move the world first move himself. Let no one be slow to seek wisdom when he is young, nor weary in the search of it when he has grown old. For no age is too early or too late for the health of the soul. Man conquers the world by conquering himself. Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. Everywhere man blames nature and fate, yet his fate is mostly but the echo of his character and passion, his mistakes and his weaknesses. Mankind is made of two kinds of people: wise people who know they're fools, and fools who think they are wise. Men should strive to think much and know little. Necessity is the strongest of things, for it rules everything. Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow, even if that someone is yourself. No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river if he's not the same man. No one is more hated than he who speaks the truth. None can be free who is a slave to and ruled by his passions. Once made equal to man, woman becomes his superior. Our sins are more easily remembered than our good deeds. Reality is created by the mind. We can change our reality by changing our mind. Rest satisfied with doing well, and leave others to talk of you as they please. Small-minded people blame others. Average people blame themselves. The wise see all blame as foolishness. Smart people learn from everything and everyone, average people from their experiences, stupid people already have all the answers. Steel your sensibilities so that life shall hurt you as little as possible. Strong minds discuss ideas, minds discuss events, weak minds discuss people. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure but to avoid pain. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. The misfortune of the wise is better than the prosperity of the fool. The oldest, shortest words yes and no are those which require the most thought. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. The right question is usually more important than the right answer. The wrongdoer is more unfortunate than the man wronged. Their opinions, their values, and their habit of interpreting events. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. Those who aim at great deeds must also suffer greatly. Thou shouldst eat to live, not live to eat. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we say. What it lies in our power to do, it lies in our power not to do. When we blather about trivial things, we ourselves become trivial, for our attention gets taken up with trivialities. You become what you give your attention to. Whenever they think of you, do what you think is fair.